If you're someone, like me, that cares about the world, cares about the future, cares to make things better, watch this. Give me 6 minutes of your time.
Please give us a like and subscribe, share if you can as well. I am doing all these podcasts and shorts that I do, all surrounding the book that I released in August. It is available online pretty much everywhere, including Amazon, Google, etc., Apple. But it's all because I'm trying to boost the book sales, and it's not even, like I said, what I've written in there. It's irrelevant. It's a starting point for you to then go off and think for yourself, and it's all around this sort of stuff. Before I watched these Zeitgeist movies, which is quite amusing, really, but it's not for me to become famous, because I really can't stand myself on camera. This is one of the most, it sends my anxiety off something awful. But I'm doing it because I believe that we all have a purpose on this earth, and I believe that mine is to do what I'm doing, however it is that I can, for the end of until the end of my days, to try and make the world a better place. Even if not for that, to try and make changes happen for future generations. I've got kids, many of us have got kids, and in my short life so far on this earth, I have noticed such a decrease, not just in the UK but worldwide. And if we continue down this path, forget future generations, I'm seriously concerned, either for our generation or for our children. Things need to change, and things can change. In my book, I mention about a lot of things that, a lot of them really simple ways to fix things. A lot of them in the UK, some worldwide for all of us. But I need my book to do well, not for the money, because I'm going to be putting a lot of the proceeds towards charitable causes that I will do directly, not to any company that currently exists. And it'll be anything to do with fighting poverty and anything to do with any humanitarian efforts. Because I believe that there's a fundamental human right of life, which is, water, clean, food, even if it's rice or oats or porridge, or, it might be bland as hell, but at least it's food. Some sort of shelter, depending on, obviously, the climate, because in the UK, one of the biggest killers for the homeless is the weather. So, obviously that would adjust, obviously, depending on where it was, climate-wise. But, basic education, basic healthcare, such as, if AIDS or malaria or, is high in a particular area, they get the vaccines for them, and this could be done so easily if the world all contributed together. And that's the key point, is together. And I'm trying to create a unification of nations, more so than what we've currently got, which is the closest thing, which is the United Nations. I want a global order, not of one centralised leader, for things basically to stay as they are, but for a committee similar to the UN and the G7 summit to come together. Everyone has a voice at the table, whether you're the smallest, poorest nation or the richest, most powerfulest nation, and you'll have a committee panel that will rotate and be voted for by the leaders, and it will rotate every maybe 4 or 5 years, something like that. I have drawn a plan out in my book. It is very basic, just to get the ball sort of rolling, but the idea is that anything to do with the survival and protection of humanity as a whole and our planet is enforced by this committee, by this unification. Also, anything to do with exploring ways in propulsion, space exploration, anything like that, to try and get us somewhere else for when the inevitable happens. So yeah, I'm going to stop going on. But I want the book to do well, not for me, for everyone, for all of us, and for our future generations. And because I've actually put the letter that I intend to send to every world leader and head of state in the book as well, in the back section, for a psychological purpose. The more people that read it, see it worldwide, that's when I'll send the letters, because then the leaders will be faced with a bit of an issue. If I've sold, let's just say, for argument's sake, very high thinking, about 1 billion copies, so that 1 billion copies has been seen equally spread around the world. That means that the leaders, when they receive the letter, know that a lot of their constituents have had that. They've seen the letter that I've sent them, and they can either completely ignore it, which their constituents will know, or they can at least try and do something about it, or actually do something about it. So it's a bit of a psychological backplay, but I need engagement, I need follows, I need purchases. Again, not for me, and I'll be completely transparent with everything. But I need your guys' help. I can't change the world through politics because it's too corrupt, and if your face doesn't fit, you won't last 2 seconds, and you'll never get any support from anyone from the big bods because they don't want to be they don't want to be left behind or kicked out themselves, so they're afraid of losing their money. So the only way to do this is independently and with your guys' help. And if enough people get on board, we could really make some fast changes.